We head to Southern Africa, where the movement of the accused in the Senzo Meyiwa trial in South Africa as calls between them are again coming under the spotlight as the trial resumed this morning at the Pretoria High Court today. Vodacom forensic license supervisor is back on the witness stand. So far, the alleged shooter has been placed near the hostel in Vosloorus on the day of the soccer star's murder, less than 2 kilometers from Meyiwa's then-girlfriend Kelly Khumalo's home. 5 men are currently standing trial for the murder of Bafana and Orlando Pirates football star. Well, joining me on the news to discuss this is Elton Hart, attorney with the University of Johannesburg's Law Clinic. Thank you for your time, Mr. Hart. Now,
good evening, and good evening to the listeners up in the West.
Great. Now, the Vodacom's forensic expert is trying to link the 4 accused to the murder through phone calls that were allegedly made on the day that Senzo Meyiwa was murdered. Now, what are your thoughts on this so far, particularly as it works, in this case?
No, indeed, they need to use these techniques called cell phone triangulation to try and put the accused persons in the vicinity when the alleged offense, when the offense occurred, so that they can say on the circumstances available to court that they can be tied, because previous evidence that they presented, where they said one of the accused persons had a gold teeth, and then later on the dentist came and said, but this guy never had dental surgery. So placing the accused on the scene, the cell phone evidence becomes then critical to show that they were within a 2-kilometer radius from the crime scene. And that is important, but also the defense can use this information to their advantage if they understand exactly how the cell phone triangulation works. And you could already see by the cross-examination that they're already on that tangent to make sure that how these signals work and how the signals bounce off from one tower to the other, depending on certain external factors.
Now, today, Advocate Mangome Zulu was on it again about the state not giving the defense all the information they need. And again, Judge Ratha seemed not to be reprimanding the state on this. Now, because this is not the first time the defense has brought up this particular issue, can we say this trial is being fair, particularly on the accused?
No, I think the state is constantly ambushing the defense in the presentation of the case, because for them not to provide all the information, because what the prosecutor in this case failed to understand that the role of a prosecutor is not to find the accused person guilty, is to make sure that the administration of justice happens and that everybody receives a fair trial. And if it means that these 5 guys is acquitted because there's insufficient evidence which the state has in their possession that can prove their innocence, the state must make it available, and the state should not go all out to say that we're going to try and make sure the evidence that we have, will use it in such a way so that we secure conviction and then suppress other evidence that could actually exonerate these guys. And that, I feel, the judge should have stepped in already long time ago to say to the state, if you guys are not ready and if you're going to bring any new evidence, it must be made to the defense at least a week or 2 in advance, because they still need to consult with their client who's in any event in custody. So it's not just a client that's walking to your office. It's a lot of administrative and logistical arrangements that need to be made. So I think the state is ambushing the defense, and the judge should have and actually reprimanded the state long time ago, but he's sort of half treating the state with cotton wool in the hand, like a baby, and not as harsh as he is on the defense team.
Now, as a legal practitioner yourself, do you think the state has a case against these 5? And looking at the witness the state is bringing in, how close or how far are we from seeing this case, being concluded?
I think the state will want to still call another 3 or 4 witnesses, but the state's case for me at this point in time is purely based on circumstantial evidence. There's not direct evidence linking these 5 accused to the actual crime scene. They're using now circumstantial evidence, and there's no crime for them to be in Vosloorus at that given time. Because the evidence that was already before court is that one of the accused number 3, his phone pinged in the Vosloorus hostels at the Basuto hostels between 2:30 and 3:30 that afternoon. And then again from somewhere 5 o'clock to 7 o'clock. After that, his phone was off. And the state said that he could have switched his phone off, he could have left it somewhere. But that very same argument the defense can use to say that you are saying that, but it can also be I leave my phone in Vosloorus, but I go to Gauteng, not to Gauteng, to Sandton City. So it's purely circumstantial, and I think the state case currently is built on circumstances, and I think there's a lot of doubt in this case that these are the actual 5 people, and also the state's reluctance on not calling the other people that was in the house on that night of the fateful killing of Senzo Meyiwa should sort of put a something in the back of your mind to say that, listen, here's something untoward, and I should not find these guys.
All right, thank you so much for joining me on the news at this time.
Thank you.